What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and we're hearing of $1,000 stimulus checks that have been passed and approved and are going to be on their way. I'm going to get you all the details, and in addition to that, we're hearing almost every other day now, states, cities, and counties are passing their own forms of stimulus checks. However, the vast majority of people that are eligible to receive these are completely missing out. And I want to make sure that that doesn't happen to any of my viewing community here on the Steve Ram channel, the Ram fam. I want to make sure that you know about everything so you don't miss out on anything. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now that's right, we're hearing about 90% of the people that are eligible to receive these checks, they're missing out because these government entities, they don't know either who's supposed to receive these checks, and they're saying you must apply. But how can people apply for assistance if they don't even know the programs exist? So I want to make sure that we get the word out. So if you could do me a favor, I'm going to go through a list of various city stimulus check programs very quickly for you. I'm going to go through just a few of the ones that are available. And if you have never heard of these, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to smash the like button for presenting some new information to you, and also share this out to help get the word out. Share it out on your favorite social media platform, whether it be YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever the case is. Let's get the word out on these different programs, because we want to make sure that this money that has already been allocated by the federal government to go out to states, counties, and cities, that it gets into the hands of people who need it, and it doesn't just go back to the federal government because they missed the window of opportunity to collect it, which will be the case, and we've heard has happened. So let's go ahead and take a look at just a few of these programs that are available right now. All right, so the various cities have universal basic income programs, aka monthly stimulus checks, coming out, and let me know if you've heard of some of these. Atlanta, Georgia, St. Paul, Minnesota, Jackson, Mississippi, Columbus, South Carolina, Compton, California, Newark, New Jersey, Los Angeles, California, Shreveport, Louisiana, Oakland, California, Tacoma, Washington, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Long Beach, California, Madison, Wisconsin, Seattle, Washington, Holyoke, Massachusetts, Providence, Rhode Island, Hudson, New York, Mount Vernon, New York, Gainesville, Florida, Richmond, Virginia, Patterson, New Jersey, Ithaca, New York, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, New Orleans, Louisiana, San Antonio, Texas, Durham, North Carolina, North Carolina, College Park, Maryland, and I am not even halfway through the list. Now, these are stimulus check programs going on in various cities. Now, let me know in the comments, did you know about all of the ones that I listed off? And if you did not, also, please do me a favor. Let's raise awareness about these, share this out, and I'm going to get you more details, because I know naming off the cities that have these programs, it doesn't help you very much. We're going to be working on the resources to get you links, to get you the programs, how much the amounts are, who's going to be eligible for all of these, so that way you don't miss out. As we're hearing, 90% of people are missing out on these checks. Now, a lot of people think there is only the federal stimulus checks. We saw 3 of them come out, one for $1,200, one for $600, and one for $1,400. And we're waiting to see if Congress is going to be passing another 4th federal level check. I will keep you up to date on that here on the channel, as we had a lot of people saying we need $2,000 checks. Monthly reoccurring $2,000 checks were proposed back when the Build Back Better bill was suggested to be $6 trillion, $7 trillion, $10 trillion. That has been cut down significantly. However, there are new bills that are on the table. I've been keeping you up to date on it. There are 2 currently proposed, one for $600, one for $1,000. Now, whether or not that passes, I will be sure to keep you up to date on the channel so you know the latest. We're going to be seeing if that happens on a federal level for everybody in the nation. But in addition to that, let's not get that confused with all these other provisions that are passing for states, counties, and cities. And a lot of this is coming from surplus for the states of additional funds, and also the American Rescue Plan that was passed back in March of 2021. Remember that last stimulus package? It had $350 billion allocated to go out to states, counties, and cities to use for their residents however they see fit, and they're now passing their own programs, and in many cases, their own checks. Now, I'm going to get you caught up on some new ones that are coming out as well, that are hitting headlines just in the past few days. Let's take a look at these. But very quickly, before we do, just wanted to mention that if you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Come join the Ram fam. I'll let you know everything going on. Just take one moment to smash that subscribe button, and also turn on that notification bell so that way you're notified right away, as some of these updates are time sensitive. Also, if you have any specific questions on anything that we're going to be talking about, anything going on with Congress, legislation, stimulus, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. All you got to do is hop onto Instagram, shoot me a DM at SteveRam3. I'll do my best to get get you any answers to any of your questions. And also, wanted to mention, I've got a second channel to help you out with personal finance and growing wealth. It's called the Steve Ram Finance Channel, and consider joining. I'll pin a comment down below with a link. You can click it, go subscribe, turn on notifications. A lot more content coming out on that channel, especially with the real estate market and what's happening and unfolding. I'll keep you up to date on that channel about growing businesses, stocks, real estate. But with that being said, you guys, let's take a look at the latest stimulus packages that we're getting word of that are going to be coming out here in various states. New checks, new provisions. Let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so first up, you guys, $1,000 has been approved. A link in the description below to this article that came out yesterday that says Vermont will start sending out $1,000 checks to parents, stepping up after Congress has failed to renew that program. And here is a tweet that came out from Josh McCabe. Vermont is the latest state to introduce a bipartisan, fully refundable child tax credit. So these $1,000 are going to be going out to parents for state child tax credits. It's worth $1,000 per child under 5 years old. Every eligible family making less than $125,000 is going to be getting a full $1,000, and it begins phasing out thereafter at $175,000. So child tax credits being brought back to the state of Vermont. And you guys, as more information, more checks, more programs come out, seems like it's every other day now, I'm going to keep you up to date. Now also, link in the description below to this article that came out last week that says Governor Holcomb is preparing inflation relief plan, a new one that's on the way in Indiana. Governor Eric Holcomb says that he is talking to the legislative leaders about offering Hoosiers inflation relief. Earlier this week, Holcomb said that he expects to present a plan to lawmakers in early June after he reviews the state's May revenue report. So keep an eye out for that, putting it on your radar now. New stuff is going to be happening in Indiana. And also, here's another one. Governor Stitt demands tax relief, calls for a special session. This coming out last week as well. Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt is calling for a special session on June 13th. So mark your calendars in Oklahoma to provide citizens with inflation relief in the forms of grocery tax elimination and personal income tax reduction. Governor Stitt held a press conference on Thursday to call for a special session of the legislature to eliminate the state sale tax on groceries and reduce the personal income tax for all Oklahomans. So some additional tax cuts, and we're hearing about potential stimulus checks on the way, child tax credits, various provisions. Now also, I mentioned to you that yesterday was the deadline in New Mexico and some other places as well to get those checks to apply. And we're hearing that new checks are hitting today in various cities, counties, and states as well. And as more information rolls out on these, like I said, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel so you don't miss out on anything. Because a lot of people think there's only the federal checks. No, there are lots of checks going out. I'll be sure to keep you up to date. So you guys, that is the latest, and as always, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you are having a great first day of June. Can you believe we're almost halfway through the year already? Wow. I will keep you up to date on everything as it unfolds, and thank you so much for joining me. Once again, if you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Leave your comments. Share this out if you think it could help out other people. We're going to be assembling a list of all of the checks, all of the links, the programs, the amounts, who's going to be eligible, so that way nobody on this channel misses out on anything. Also, if you want to stay up to date and be a part of that, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.